Hey guys, hope you're all well and welcome back to a brand new video. So if you follow my channel, you'll all be aware that I've recently fitted a new gearbox and clutch to the Cosworth, ready for it to go and get mapped again. We're on about, I think it was 20 odd PSI boost at 415 at the fly-ish. So we're going to throw 30 PSI boost through it, and any four-wheel drive Cosworth owner will know that you needed an operated gearbox and clutch. So we went for a Pete Doffrey gearbox. Well, another mod that I wanted to do was put a Hart style inlet manifold onto it. Mark from PJ Motorsport said that at that sort of power you do get really good gains from it, up to 20 odd brake gains. So I thought we'll fit a Hart manifold to a small turbo Escort Cosworth, style Escort Cosworth, because it has a different throttle body to the big turbo Escort Cosworth, and it's quite tricky to do. So this is the Hart manifold that I purchased off PJ Motorsport. They are selling it with the brackets and any extra brackets that I needed for certain models. So get in touch with them if you're interested in buying one. So as I said earlier, I had to remove this and drill it out, and I've drilled it out 6.5mm. All these are tapped, and I've had to drill them out 6.5mm. So I removed it. I bought a gasket kit from PJ's, and I've removed it and drilled it out using the pillar drill, so the holes are nice and square. I've just put it back on with new gasket. We've got the original bolts on the top, and we've got 8mm M8 washer and nut on the bottom, and then that's all bolted up. That's where my loom's going to sit. I've left it loose because I'm just going to tidy all the loom up. I'm going to put the inlet on now, and then we'll see where we are. So here's my inlet. Inlet comes with bolts to bolt it all together, but I've cut some nuts down, some studs down. I got 40mm bolts and took the head off, so these stick out about 18mm, so that should give me enough to go on the flange of the inner inlet and be able to put 2 washers, because I want to put a lock and washer on and a nut. I'm not going to put nylocks on, I'm just going to put nuts on. I've gone 6mm with these, so the holes, so we've got 3 holes on the other part of the inlet. Like I said earlier, we have to drill them 6.5mm, and then I've put studs on these. I made sure it all fitted perfectly on the bench before I've started fitting it to the car, only because I've heard of loads of issues with people having with them. So let's get this on. So got the inlet manifold fully bolted up now. Ended up using washers and nylocks to give it a nice little finish. Put the fuel rail on. I've put some of the loom in, just loose at the moment. We've got the throttle body on. So the throttle body originally had 8mm bolts going through it, M8mm bolts, but the inlet is tapped to 6mm, so I'll put 6mm, and it does line up quite square, to be honest. I run the small turbo 60mm throttle body, but it come with an O-ring, but I've had to use a gasket, you see there, because the O-ring didn't seal round there for that piece, so I've used the gasket. I did buy the full gasket kit off PJ's because I knew I'd have to take the inlet off. And then all the hassle you get with the power steering reservoir, I've had to re-drill and move it. So I've re-drilled it. You'll see there's where it's normally mounted there and there, and I've just re-drilled it here and here. I'll touch them up with a touch-up pen so the original holes don't rust. And then what I did is I just centre popped them and drilled down with a battery drill, and then I've just painted inside of the bolt and let it dry, and then put the screws in. So yeah, just have to move it over, and then what I've done is I've just put a little cable tie here to keep this away. Got full momentum, full throttle, open and close on this. And I've just put a tiny bit of extra rubber there to protect that hose in case it does touch the throttle body. I don't think it will. I don't know if you can see that well. Let's get a bit closer, just so it doesn't hit the throttle body. And then that's it, really. That's all I've had to do. So it's quite substantial. I'm going to go and get the intercooler in now and see where I've got to modify it, and if I need a pipe or I need to chop it a little bit off the intercooler or not. But it is a bit of a ball like this, like It's quite a lot of fucking around, but we're getting there now. We're getting there. Still got to do the vac pipes. Still got to do put your breathers back on. But we're getting there slowly but surely, a little bit at a time. Bobbling up. What I tend to do is fill the system, let this screw go. Looks like it's weeping a bit. Have to get that under a little nip. Have to get that a little nip. Let that screw go, let all the air come out the system, and then run it up. Leave the fans off, because that's just cooling the engine down. Get the engine to optimum temperature. Got the coolant mixed up ready there. We top it up if need be, and then I'll top it up when it's cold. You see all the air bubbling out. Sounds sweet, man. Looks boss. Not really too happy about the vac pipes. Don't really like the way there's only 3 fitted and not 4. I might take that T out on that one, but it originally had a T. And then put the 4 to it. At least it's all matching then. But yeah, it looks nice, doesn't it? That's the homemade throttle bracket. Not 100% happy with that. Gonna try and make something maybe a bit smaller. But it looks well smart. So, on the last clip, said I weren't 100% happy with the throttle body cable bracket, and this is what I've came up with. This is me better one. Some very thick wire with two tabs welded to it, TIG welded to it, and then I've put a tab down here, TIG welded to it, and filed out the square ready for the throttle body. I thought the big aluminium one was too clumsy, and there's literally nothing on the internet to buy for small turbo model, you know, because the cable pulls the throttle body from the front. The big turbo pulls the cable, pulls the throttle body from the back. So there's loads of brackets on the market for that. So the biggest modifications that had to be done when fitting it was you have to drill out your inlet, your inlet manifold, the part where all the injectors sit. You have to drill that out. So that's normally tapped 6mm, but you have to drill it out so you can put 6mm bolts or threads through. As you'll see on my clips, I made little threads for them. Just to make it easier for easy access, so it'll be much easier to come off. You have to drill that out, so I drilled that out to 6.5mm. You have to move the power steering bracket and power steering tank. I've just moved the brackets about an inch or so out the way. There is issues with the power steering hoses, but you can get away with that when you manipulate the tank. And then I had one issue with this this coolant hose, where I've had to chop it down a little bit to move it back and to keep it away from the throttle body. And then I've used a throttle body gasket instead of using the O-ring that's supplied, because I'm still running the small turbo throttle body. And then I had to make a throttle body cable, and they're really the only modifications that I've done. I've kept, as I spoke on the last clip, I was thinking about teeing the other one off, so I've got four vac pipes. If any of you know if that's okay and it won't cause me any issues, let me know, bang a comment in below. I'm not too sure, and I haven't had a chance to speak to PJ Motorsport to see what they think. The car's going there later next week. It's been booked in for a while and time's ticking and that, so the car's going there later next week for mapping. So I'll trailer it down. They're going to twiddle with me cold start as well, you know, because my cold start wearing 100%. But to be fair, since it's been warm, cold start's been great. So it's just one of them, isn't it? I think the more time they have the car, the better the odd little tweak you need, the better it gets. But yeah, I think we're theoretically 100% there. I just need to take the car out now, swap the wheels because I'm not going to send it down with the RL7s. I'm going to send it down with the standard Escort Cosworth wheels because the RL7s with the spacer that are running too wide for the trailer, and I'm trailer it down with. So I'll swap that, and I'll take the front bib splitter off as well, just so I can get the car on the trailer and that much easier. So I'll take the front bib off, so it'll help the lads being able to jack it up and that when they put it on the hub dynos. So guys, hope that helped. If any of you out there are actually going to do this conversion on a small turbo Escort Cosworth, I keep saying small turbo, but this runs a T36, but it should be a T25, shouldn't it? But you know what I mean, the small turbo style Escort Cosworth. There is a few people out there that I have done this conversion, but when I tried to contact them, they couldn't really give me that much information that I needed. So I kind of went on my own back and just cracked on with it. It took a little over a day to get it done. But it's just a bit of fiddling around, and then as I say, I did about 3 goes of doing the throttle body cable bracket, only because I just weren't happy with it. It just didn't look very aesthetically pleasing. So hope that helped, and I'll see you soon, and I'll let you know when we're going down to PJ's. We'll do a little video on that. All right guys, see you on the next one. Later.
Oh, please like and subscribe.